Welcome back to Grant and Marissa. It's the final stop on our UK road trip, and what better place to end than in London?
With the clock ticking, we're on a mission to see just how much of London you can fit into one whirlwind afternoon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning from just outside Cambridge. We're about to leave. We just wanted to share.
We've been competing in the packing Olympics this morning.
So deal is we're driving nice and early to Heathrow because that's where we're staying at the Heathrow Hilton, and we're gonna return the car there. And we're gonna be really early, so we're gonna check in. We have very low hopes that our room will be ready, so we're like, let's just leave our bags there and then go into London for the day. So we have both done this. I've sealed mine already, but Marissa's is an example here of we've packed our bags like really full. This is like lawn, dirty clothes and stuff, and all clean clothes underneath. But we put like an entire carry-on bag inside our suitcases. But yeah, we just wanted to share a little, randomness from travel that things that you don't always see on. On travel vlogs is getting stuff ready for
because it's a weird day.
Weird travel days. But yeah, anyways, welcome to the vlog for today. This is going to be a London vlog. We are going to get as much time as we can there today before we leave tomorrow. But as I said, we are staying at the airport hotel because we leave in the morning. So we're going to kind of just go to the airport, then get on the tube into the city for the day. We're imagining we'll probably get there sort of around, hopefully a little bit before lunchtime, and then kind of stay into early evening, get the train back, and then be done. But so we're hoping for a good, I'd say a good six plus hours maybe.
London. Yeah.
So we're gonna jam in as much as we can.
Yeah. So it's really gonna be what can you do in London in 6 hours?
Yeah. We're the first plan I think is to go try and do all the sites. Mm-hmm. We know a really good little loop that you can do fairly quickly if you don't want to go into everything and like do all that stuff. You just want to be like, here's the thing. Like, you're on a layover or something, or you only have a little time like we do. So we're going to show you our little vlog today is going to be all about our favorite things and how to see things quickly.
Yep.
We are now in the glamorous tunnel walking from the Hilton Heathrow back to the terminal. Great news, we were able to check into our room.
And got upgraded.
Yeah, and we got upgraded, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, instead of locking our bags in a room, we were just able to dump everything.
Yeah, we didn't have to leave the bags at the reception, which was nice.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to do all that extra packing we did this morning, but oh well, we were prepared.
We dropped off our car, we dropped off our luggage, so now we are heading back into the airport to get the train.
Yep.
Into the city.
Yeah, so we're catching, who's unfamiliar or you're coming here for the first time, we're going to go on the Underground, which is called the Tube for short, but we're going to be catching the Piccadilly line. You have an option of getting, it's called like the Heathrow Express, which only takes about 15 to 20 minutes. However, that drops you off at Victoria Station, and no one really, like, unless your hotel's there, like, you're not going to want to go to Victoria Station.
Yeah.
you're going to want to go, you'll then normally then have to change like maybe multiple trains to get to the big areas like Piccadilly Circus and like Buckingham Palace and all that kind of stuff, the main tourist center. So I would recommend just getting the regular underground. It's way cheaper and it's a bit more direct to the exact spot you probably want to go when you're visiting London. So it's probably going to take about 45 minutes on the train. But yeah, way cheaper, way more direct to the spots you kind of want to go. Yeah. But we're going to keep walking over until we get through the terminal here. And then we're probably going to find, maybe grab a coffee and a pastry or something because we didn't have breakfast this morning. So.
Yeah, and so we've gone from having full English breakfasts every day to no breakfast.
So our bodies are like, what
our
is going
bodies
on?
are like rioting.
Where are the sausages and the bacon and the toast and the eggs and the baked beans and But yeah, we'll see you soon in London. Well, in the center of London, not at the airport. All right, we've made it to London.
We made it.
We made a slight misstep and got off at Covent Garden instead of Leicester Square, but it's okay. Our memory from a few years ago was slightly off, but
That's okay.
But it's only a short walk. All of the essentially Piccadilly Circus, Covent Garden, and Leicester Square are all
kind of like on top of each other.
Very close to each other. Yeah.
It's like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, we're
So-
already essentially down kind of where we
Yeah.
want it to be. This is, remember this was this place? We just kind of
Yep.
turned and that's where
Yeah.
the Pret we wanted is right here.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like, it was literally like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Not a big deal. So yeah, I think we're gonna grab some Pret. Hopefully a sausage roll. Hopefully they're not sold out.
We're going to grab like a little, maybe a coffee and hopefully a
coffee.
sausage roll. But we'll see.
Just to give our bodies a little bit of fuel.
Yeah.
And then I think we're gonna do our greatest hits tour.
A few moments later.
This is the beginning of our greatest hits tour. This is Leicester Square. Honestly, not too much to see here. This is mainly like you'll come here if you're going to want to watch a movie. They often do movie premieres and stuff here, which is
Yeah.
cool if there's something going on, but honestly, not too much. You don't waste too much time starting here because just here is Piccadilly Circus. So we are going to walk over there and Marissa is going to start.
I already started it.
You started it, good.
I started
perfect.
when you started talking.
Okay. We started a little timer just to essentially show you how quickly you can get through the tour of the greatest sort of the main sites if you only have a few hours here, right?
I think we've previously clocked it at about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But
And we'll see. That was kind of, we did that kind of that was your first time kind of doing it, right? So
We also, geez, as I get hit in the face with a bird. I think last time we also did it at like 7 in the morning.
it was early, so it's going to be busier.
It's going to be busier, a
Right.
little more crowded. Whoa, big Lego
So
store.
you got here, you got like really a big Lego store here. You've got a big M&M store here, which is cool.
There's a big tea store
Yeah.
because, you know,
Yeah, giant tea store. Oh my god.
giant tea store. We got Costa Coffee. We got Shake Shack.
They have like a scary security guard. There must be expensive tea.
Yeah, he looked aggressive.
This is Chinatown,
Where we will be going
right down
later.
here. We'll be there soon after this tour.
Under those glowing lanterns is Grant's possibly all-time favorite dessert.
Yeah.
Although it may have been dethroned this trip. We're gonna see.
We'll see. I have to rejudge it.
If you had like B-log goggles on last time, you know.
B-log goggles. I like that. That's good. All right, but yeah. It's a little busy out, but it's not like too bad.
No,
this is
it's
a Thursday for anyone unaware of what day of the week it is here for us. Little Britannia. That's a cool little.
Yeah, that looks like a decent souvenir shop.
We might stop there a little later.
later.
We've got to get ourselves a magnet for London.
Honestly, every other thing here is a souvenir shop, so
There's a lot. I remember last
plenty
time we were here, we were
options.
struggling actually to find something. I think they were closed for a little bit.
Yeah.
Or
I
maybe they
wonder-
were being renovated or like redone.
I wonder if it
or-
was something to do with like, because we were here.
Bit after COVID.
No.
No.
Right after the
Oh.
coronation.
Right.
Everything might have been like a little wiped out.
Maybe they kind of closed down a lot of them, or they had to do stuff
Yeah.
around the coronation. Okay.
Yeah, so the last time we were here, which was my first time here, we were here literally a week after Charles's coronation.
Yeah.
So there was like flags everywhere, and like the city was just like in its best.
Yeah.
And it was really cool.
So now we are coming up to Piccadilly Circus. So this is there's some like essentially there's like a cool fountain and stuff here, a Hard Rock Cafe. You'll see kind of the iconic big screen up here, but it looks like there's actually some scaffolding though. We'll see if we can actually see.
Theme of the trip.
Yeah,
Great weather and scaffolding.
yeah.
We got beeped up.
We're gonna cross here.
And we got a cross signal.
Sweet. Oh, great.
What?
The famous Piccadilly Circus screens are, those ones are okay, but,
Grant's running away from Marissa.
oh no, there's some over here. They're definitely a little impacted right now.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh no, there it is. There we go. That's okay. They were kind of blocking this side of it, but it's not. Okay, so this is like your Times Square of London.
Yeah. Which, if you've been to New York, it's a little bit of a, okay.
Oh, it looks like Titanic, the musical, is now on. Once again, you see it, you kind of take a selfie.
Yeah. And you're good to move on.
And you're good to move on. Okay. So now you want to, essentially where you're in Piccadilly Circus, you want to turn and head down. You'll head down this street here. So I'll put up like a little thing on the screen. I'll make a little map to make it a little easier, I think, as we go around
that would
here.
probably help.
But now we just essentially just walk down. You walk down here, and we're eventually going to hit. You just start hitting the main sites. So once you do Piccadilly, you then can go to Trafalgar Square, and you walk over to Buckingham Palace, and then you can go to like Big Ben and the London Eye and Westminster Abbey and all that stuff, right?
Which I didn't realize that like Big Ben and Parliament are like the same building.
Yeah.
So that was a fun discovery for me last time. It's getting warm.
It is getting warm. I actually might think I might take my jacket off. Okay, brief pit stop. It is so warm here in London. Shock. What?
I feel like I've been lied to my entire life because all my life you hear how gray London is.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's damp, all the things. This is my second time here. Both times it has been sunny and in the 60s.
I guess both times we haven't been right in the thick of winter, but...
That's true. But it's only April 3rd.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous.
It's very
it's
early
as nice
spring.
as it is back home.
Very early spring, but
Yes,
yeah.
we got really lucky.
The whole trip I've been lucky. I think it only rained like overnight one time when we were in in Swallow Cliff, right?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, we've gotten really lucky. Literally the only trip we've had bad weather was in the Maldives, where
Yeah.
good weather mattered
Where it would have
the
been,
most.
it would have been nice, yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that we got really good weather in South Africa, I think, is
Oh my God, yeah.
was a major bonus because
Yeah.
that helped make it.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So, see, still just walking down. We're getting there's this monument. I completely forget what it's called up here. I'll put it on the screen right now. Future Grant corrects my
Future Grant, look up what this monument
my
is.
memory.
Grant, how dare you not keep the entire layout of all the monuments in London in your head at all times?
But yeah, essentially the essence of what I'm saying this segment of our vlog today is the main things a tourist is coming to see can be seen very quickly in a very small area of London. However, London's massive, and you can spend like an entire week here and still not see everything. And but if you do have a short amount of time, you can make the most of it.
Yeah.
See the classic telephone box, all of that kind of stuff.
Especially if you are somebody who, like us, like you're like, I want to see the thing, but I don't necessarily need to go do all the tours for each thing.
Yeah.
You can knock them out pretty quickly.
Yeah. So we're very much, I feel like we're pretty efficient kind of travelers where we'll see the things we're meant to see, but then like try and knock it out early and then be like, okay, now we can relax and do something else. Or,
I think we will walk by the main sites because it's like, okay, well, we can't go to that place and not see that thing.
Right.
But then we kind of want to get lost a little bit and find something off the beaten track a little bit. I think that's kind of our...
Yeah. Okay, so now when you hit this area, so you've got like your...
Crimea.
The Crimea, like there's this little statue here and then your like big monument, turn left. So we'll go down here.
Turn and left.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is very, this is kind of like a business district kind of area. But yeah, there's also a lot down here. There are a lot of like embassies and stuff as well.
Yep.
So all the different countries' embassies are all around here. So it's a nice like kind of, when there's normally no scaffolding, it's a very pretty area.
Yeah.
So we have the Kazakhstan embassy.
Brazil.
We have Canada down here.
Which one is Canada? It's unclear. I'm joking.
Yeah. It's a joke.
I'm joking. 'Cause
Okay.
there's like 8 flags.
Okay, so now we are coming up to Trafalgar Square.
Now the breeze has picked up.
Now
and
I'm
it's
a little
cold.
chilly. Yeah.
Now it's cold.
It's that time of year.
Such is London.
It's like the sun is warm, but the wind is cold.
Yep. I really debated like wearing a jumper today. Because I was like, maybe I'll want a jumper, and then I was like, no, I'll just do a t-shirt, my jacket, it'll be fine. I regret that.
Well, that would be fine. You would be too hot in a jumper.
That's
like that jacket
true.
is probably lighter.
Yeah, but now I got to get it back out again. And now I'm cold, and it's a whole thing. Because I'm going to put it on. We're going to turn a corner, and it's going to be sunny and not windy again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sunny out there, so we'll be fine once we emerge.
My gosh, everything is under construction.
It is a lot of
This is the least
construction.
pretty walking tour of London video of all time.
Yeah, this yeah, so but that happens when you travel, especially in Europe and stuff. Like you get I would say there's never a moment where you wouldn't have scaffolding somewhere.
Yep.
Something's always going to be worked on. Or
fun fact, when I was in college and I did my study abroad, it was like a tour around Central and Eastern Europe. And we went to Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, like the famous Cinderella castle that like sits on a mountain. Well, to get that classic shot, you have to go on a hike on a quite terrifying trail. To see me terrified while hiking, please see our earlier video in the series. And you get to the back to get the shot, and the back of the castle was covered in scaffolding.
Yeah.
And it was like, ugh.
But
okay.
Thankfully,
We've made
Trafalgar
it.
Square is now not covered in,
Yes.
which is good. So this is Trafalgar Square.
And to really orientate where we are, you can just see the London Eye.
You can see the London
over
Eye.
the building.
Yeah, like up there is the London Eye poking through. As you can see, that's almost the furthest spot from where we're walking right now, and it's just over there.
Oh, also, London has the best buskers.
Yeah, they have really good buskers. A lot of them have to pay for
And like audition.
the right to audition and pay for the right to busk in London. But now this is very pretty. This is a great. You get all your fountains, statues, the big lions that are sitting around.
Yeah, guy on a horse.
And it's pumping here today.
It's really good. Well, because it's nice out. Everybody's like, oh my God, what is the glowing thing?
But now we continue. Let's go.
I've seen like 6 more Prints, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think they have sausage roll. I don't think we filled it. We didn't get a sausage roll. I think they've moved on from breakfast food right now,
Much
which
to
is
our dismay.
Yeah. But we just got a little chocolate croissant, and
And it
we're
was honestly delicious, and some iced coffees.
yeah,
And honestly, the chocolate croissant was delicious and probably just enough.
yeah, to not
tide
fill
us
us up.
over.
Yeah.
And I think for lunch, there's a 50% chance of what we're gonna do.
What's the 50%?
The 50% chance is we go to one of our favorite like non-pub foodie spots. It's called Buns and Buns over in Covent Garden.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna wind up in a pub.
Yeah, that sounds like a safe bet.
Yeah. It's one of those two things.
Okay, so now we are at the sort of the base of this was Trafalgar Square. We're down here now. So you've got sort of 2 options now. We're going to cross. If you go down this way, you will hit. This is where we're actually going to end up coming back this way, right? We're going to end up coming back from there. That's the end of our loop. We are going to go through what is normally a very pretty archway. Once again, scaffolding.
This day in London is turning into a hot mess, and it's kind of hilarious.
Just like, just visualize the better stuff there. But essentially, yeah, we're going to turn right here, and this is going to take us into the park that leads up to Buckingham Palace.
And it's normally beautiful.
It's normally beautiful. Hopefully there's not scaffolding everywhere.
They probably like paved it or something. But it was just funny because we were on the tube on the way here, and like that's at least a 45-minute train ride on a good day, and we kept stopping for really long periods of time.
It ended up taking about an hour and 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah, and we were just like, the one time we don't have heaps and heaps of time.
Yeah.
And we want to like get moving.
Well.
Yeah, oh well.
Public transport.
Yeah.
But normally the tube's very efficient.
Yeah, It was just like, so that's why I'm laughing. There's scaffolding everywhere. Our train took longer than normal.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not, to clarify, I'm not mad and I'm not upset. I'm just laughing because it's funny.
So yeah, this is normally beautiful. Wait,
It's getting comical.
It's like a big. It's one of those like big kind of like archway kind of like things that. It's essentially a road. Like people drive down it. You normally walk
through it,
beside it.
Yeah.
Which we might be a little bit thrown off here. I don't know if we can walk through it. We might have to walk around.
Yeah.
But
I think
we have to go down here.
Yeah. I think this is also sort of.
By the way, I think I didn't say. Sorry. We're trying to get into St. James Park, which shows here. We're going the right way. We're just being diverted. But yeah, carry on.
But yeah, I think this is the struggle of tourism in the city that's existed for like a billion years. Like, you have to do occasional upkeep of buildings.
Definitely.
And part of me wonders, for like these big things that they know they have to do renovations on.
Yeah.
This is like pure speculation, right? But I'm wondering if some of that they're like, the Queen's getting old, we're gonna have to do a coronation, we're just gonna hold off.
They waited until
they got through all that and they're like, now we can do all that, because you don't want to have like this big event.
Yeah, there's a cool pub there, the Horse and Guardsman.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do that, like have this big event in the city covered in scaffolding.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like this is the whole. It's like a hotel.
Thing.
I think it said it was the Waldorf Astoria.
The Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah.
But yeah, old city. Things have to be renovated sometimes.
Yeah.
That's life.
Okay, so this is actually funny. They often do this. The scaffold, they put what it actually looks like on.
They put flower boxes on the fake wall too.
Yeah, they've like just fancied it up a little bit, so you're not completely disappointed.
They gussied it up. It's like how we're in Cambridge. There's scaffolding with like flowers on it. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just really funny.
But yeah, so now we are in St. James Park, and this is the Mall. So this is.
And the scaffolding continues.
It does continue, but so essentially this is the Mall. This is like the road that essentially goes all the way down to Buckingham Palace. But this is where like the changing of the guard will happen. Mm-hmm. That only happens on certain days of the week, certain times. So you do have to check when you're coming. Check on their website, and they'll have the official days, because it varies all the time depending on time of year, all that stuff. If there's other stuff going on.
Yep.
But this whole like street will get closed off for a few hours, and you see it's really wide. It's just like a big, wide street. And if you look all the way down, it's a little too far, but all the way down is Buckingham Palace. So you just follow this. It's a nice little walk. If you want, you can also cut through
the actual
the actual park. It's a nice.
It's beautiful.
Nice, pretty park.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've ever, like, I think the equivalent for Americans would be like the National Mall. Mm-hmm. We don't say mall, we say mall. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Just with a palace at the
Different
end.
pronunciation too. But yeah, and this here, I think this is where they do some of the like horse stuff.
The horsing stuff.
The horse guard and like all that kind of stuff you can see down there.
Horse Guards Road.
But yeah, let's have a look. What is our timer?
So far, we are at.
I think this is going to be a record today. I think we're
21 minutes.
21 minutes, and we've already seen what, 3?
Has stick.
Little pupper. Oh.
Has stick.
Little pupper. Okay, everyone's
There's other
pretty. This is probably the biggest walking stretch, honestly, without sort of seeing a specific thing. But this whole area is very pretty. You should spend a little bit of time in here. It's nice. This is where we turned earlier.
Okay.
This big statue, which once again I forget its name.
Yep.
But that's where we turned to go see Leicester Square. So if you wanted to skip Leicester Square, you could just pop right down there and cut through
Leicester or Trafalgar?
That was Trafalgar.
Yeah.
Did I say Leicester? Okay, sorry, Trafalgar Square.
You one job, Grant.
I sometimes mix up the wording of those.
Yeah.
I know the difference, but look at this. London, the sun is out. Everyone is out.
All of a sudden got sick and left work.
Loving it. There is a little cafe there. I don't know if they have a sausage roll, but I think we're beyond that point now.
I think we're beyond sausage roll time and careening towards making a key game time decision of the day.
Yeah.
So if you've ever watched any of the royal events on TV and you see them going down in their little carriages This is the road you probably saw them go down.
Yeah. Well, and this, I think it's right here, right? Is this where? No. There is a road up here that's actually our little tip for the changing of the guard. Remember last time we were here, we discovered it. My hair is just going everywhere now.
It's just also enjoying the London breeze.
So essentially the changing of the guard can be really busy, right? And if you don't get there super early, you will probably be trapped in like a sprawl of people everywhere and get like, you won't see anything really well. There is a spot, we can kind of see it here, there's some cars turning. We'll point it out when we get there.
Yeah.
But you wait there and that's where they kind of enter the mall.
Yeah.
So you get the perfect spot and barely anyone knows about it.
Yep. And that's what we did last time and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Because another thing with us is we try and avoid crowds at all costs. So little tip right there.
Yeah. All right, it's a few minutes later. We have made it. This is, well, I made it to our spot that we were just talking about.
Yep.
This is Marlborough.
Marlborough?
So you can see here, it's just like a little, intersection. This is where we came from. And then down here is Buckingham Palace. This is the perfect spot to watch the changing of the guard. Trust us, come here, wait here. Like come maybe like 5-10 minutes before it starts ideally, because you want to get here pretty early because this is where they kind of come from.
Yeah, because they're stable.
They're stabled over here. Yeah, so like they'll come from this street and officially start like right here. So if you're, they've even got some little barriers here now. See, so right here, just come like right here, and you'll get sort of the best.
Yeah.
The best view, a lot less crowds.
Yep.
And then once you see them, you've sort of seen them, and you don't have to wait for them to come all the way around too. So you're getting them right at the beginning, and then you can kind of take off and go back that way probably if you want to avoid all that crowd.
And it's probably nothing, but we just saw a police van with like 8 cops in it go screaming towards Buckingham Palace with its lights on.
Yeah.
It probably means nothing. It's probably just passing.
Down like there's like Scotland Yard and all that kind of stuff down there. So like they're just probably going
down. It's just like, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, look, once again, like look at this park. Very pretty.
All the dust is
There's
blowing.
a lot of dust blowing. I don't know if you can see that, but very
it's
pretty
just beautiful. And all the daffodils are their bloom is ending, but they are blooming.
Sun is out. People are laying down on the grass.
Taking a nap in the park. There's lots of cute dogs in sweaters.
Yeah. The people of London are like, oh my God, the sun is out. I'm surprised we haven't seen guys running around without shirts on. That's the next level.
Yeah. It's like 2 more degrees and that's what we're gonna have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a recommendation, even though I was just talking about it before when in the pause when we weren't filming. But if you are someone, you're coming here and you're like, especially if you're maybe our age or younger, where like you kind of remember Princess Diana, but you weren't like really cognizant enough to know like all the drama, you can either watch The Crown and get everything, or if you're like, I don't want to invest that much time, there's a really great 5 episodes of the podcast You're Wrong about Princess Diana, and it's her courtship with Charles, the marriage, the divorce, the affairs, and then her death. Really great, gives a lot of context, really well researched, really great trying to give a balanced depiction of who she was. But if you're like, what all happened there, really great recommendation. And I was talking about it earlier because we were talking about horses in Buckingham Palace, and they constantly refer to one of the men she had affairs with as the Buckingham Palace horse dude, because he was head of the household cavalry. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So he's the horse dude.
The horse dude.
So that's my recommendation. If you just want to get caught up, you need something to listen to on the plane. You're Wrong About Princess Diana episodes. You're welcome.
All right, and
that's
perfect timing.
All the way.
Perfect timing. We are now we're at the palace. So this is, as I said, this has just been that one whole street, the Mall. It took us all the way down here. You got the golden statue that shows you've made it.
All the joggers.
Yeah.
As an American, it's always been like so cool to me that if you live in one of these places, like your normal jogging route can be
It's
like
right past Buckingham
which I'm
Palace.
sure when you live here, it's not cool.
Oh,
but
there we
like,
go. Guy without a shirt on, riding a bike.
Oh.
Told you, it's hot enough. So you can go right up to the gate, but that's about as far as you can go.
Yes.
Without, I think there are ways you can get kind of in, but it's like with tours and stuff.
Yes.
There's like very, very limited
Yes.
amount of stuff.
So more context. So again, when you've seen photos of the royal family in the balcony, in between there's 2 pillars
Yeah.
up on the second and third floor. That's the balcony they come out on. So just for context.
Yeah, so like in there.
Yeah. That balcony's been a lot less crowded lately.
Yeah, this actually isn't too bad. Like the crowds here right now.
No, this is mild.
So when you're here, factor in a tiny bit more time because you probably want to go up and have selfies and stuff. But
At the gates and stuff. Yeah.
we've seen it, but it's yeah, you're only going to get as far as the gate, so you're not really gonna.
Yes, this is not Norway where you can walk right
And you
up to
can't
it.
just like go up and get like a photo with the guards and stuff because these are the guards that actually are doing
They are
the most
actually guarding the palace. Although, fun fact, there was a guy in the 1980s that 70s or 80s, I think 80s, actually did break into Buckingham Palace and stole wine, which is fun. Because if I break into Buckingham, I'm not doing it. But, you know, that seems like a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
And then also found his way, like by almost sheer accident, into Queen Elizabeth's bedroom. And no one knows what that conversation was. But yeah, apparently he had a chat with Queen Elizabeth and then got arrested and has been in a mental facility ever since.
Huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, fun fact.
Okay, so essentially now we're just gonna kind of turn around, but we're not gonna go back down the mall. We're gonna go sit it down this way, and we can kind of go through the park, just sort of head back over.
Yeah.
Right. So just gonna go down here, and we'll cut in. But it's pretty well signposted down here.
It just is so
You kind of forget that you're near other things because you are kind of enclosed by a lot of other
Yeah.
buildings, but you are pretty close. You can like there's a sign up here that says like Westminster, which is sort of our next
yeah.
next spot. But yeah, as I said, we'll just keep walking and we'll see what the next spot, because we're just gonna walk down here. I'll put it on the map. This is where you're going down.
Yeah. Also, this little section is also known as the Diana Princess of Wales Memorial Walk. So there's like little things in the pavement
Yeah.
acknowledging that. So
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you at our next stop. Okay, so a few minutes later, we are now at the end of St. James Park again. We just walked down this one road, no turns, nothing. Very simple. And so once you get to the end of the park, you'll be like, oh, where do I go? How do I find Big Ben? And you can just see it in the distance here.
it's much bigger.
It's much bigger in person. This camera seems a bit more zoomed out, but it's right there. It's like a block over. So you see exactly where we're going. The bells are currently here. So we're almost right up to Big Ben. Or, fun fact, did you know that Big Ben is not the name of the entire building? Big Ben is the name of the bell inside the tower. It's actually called Elizabeth Tower.
Yeah.
But quick little tip, there's a row here of kind of like 3 different
red
phone booths. You can get really good photos from like these going out looking at. This is probably the worst one because there's some trees.
So far.
But there's no one lining up here. So say like we can come here, get your photo with both in it. See? Like you can get your shot and not have to line up for like 10 minutes. Okay, so we just took a little selfie, but you can also do it at these 2. You'll get a slightly better photo here, but these are probably, I would say these are the 2
There's
or 3.
queues for
there's
them.
actually another one here. There's now queues for them, as you can see.
Yeah.
But these are your best phone booth photo locations.
Yes. And so if you don't want to queue and you don't need to necessarily go into all these sites, you just kind of do what we're doing and give yourself a little walking tour. We recommend doing it. If
early.
you can drag yourself out of bed at like 7 a.m., there will be no one here, and that's when we did
Even
it
like
last
any time before 9, I would even say.
honestly, that's probably
depending on what day of the week. But we've come when we stayed very close by last time we were here. Came out in the morning, literally no one, so you can get all your photos and all your videos. But okay, update. So we are now we're right here. We're gonna cross the road over here because over here is Westminster Abbey, literally right next to Big Ben. So, don't know if you all knew that, but yeah, they're very close to each other.
Before I came here.
All that building sort of to the right of it, that is all like the Parliament.
Yeah, I did not realize that was all one building the first time we came here.
Yeah, so it's all Parliament. That's where all the stuff gets done.
All the stuff gets done?
Stuff gets done.
Yeah. It's a very civics positive description of what Parliament does. And for context, because apparently I'm like the royal correspondent on this walking tour, Westminster Abbey, that's where you're going to see like the big weddings, the coronation, all that stuff happens at Westminster.
Coronation up in there, that's where like Charles and Diana got married there, right? So here in the foreground, this is Westminster Abbey.
And there must have been some sort of graduation because I'm listening to a lot of people in graduation robes.
A lot of people here. But yeah, this is Westminster Abbey. So you can go in, it does cost money to go into Westminster Abbey. We're not going to do that today. We've seen churches before. It's kind of, it's like a church, but if you want like the best sort of photos, you can go kind of over here.
Yeah.
At the front area. It's a little gift shop and stuff there too. Today, this is a highlights tour. We're on a time crunch, so we're just gonna.
And we're also just kind of giving you like the routes.
This is the lay of the land.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, add a little bit more time here, but we're just gonna. The timing we're gonna give you is essentially how long it takes to walk between all these things.
Yeah. So add 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you walk and how long you're staying at each thing.
Yeah. Is that where we're at? Was that official time check?
No, I said add an additional 30 to 45
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, my Westminster royal fun fact.
Yes.
When Charles and Diana got married, because, you know, she has to, like, arrive in, like, the golden coach, whatever, they forgot to include, like, or to, like, think about how small the carriage was and how giant her dress and her veil were.
Yeah.
And so her and her dad were, like, packed in there with, like, the two tiny people and then like 900 yards of fabric for 45 minutes just like shoved in there like an Amazon package, like. And it was just like hot and sweaty and gross for her because it was August. So that's my fun fact.
And and then another little hot tip. This is a little quiet spot right here.
Yeah.
This is like the other end of the square,
so you can get your nice view.
So you got this is where Westminster was. Come here and you can get a good photo with Big Ben.
Yes.
Because over here is the chaos of all the tourists. So, but there's another good spot to go to, but it is chaos. This is probably a quieter spot to get a good photo.
Yes. Also, rewinding back to when we were at Buckingham Palace, I didn't notice it, so I think he's not there. But if the royal standard is not a Union Jack, not the typical British flag you think about, but if the royal standard is there, it's like he's there. If he's not there, there's no flag.
Okay. Thank you, royal correspondent.
You're
Marissa.
welcome. The only time that has not been the case is after Diana died. They flew Union Jack at half-mast because everyone got mad that there was no flag, even though that's not what it's there for. It's basically an out-of-office message.
All right. Okay, now we've crossed over to where Big Ben is. You can see it's up here. So we're walking down here. We're walking essentially right past Big Ben, and we'll be coming to a little bridge that goes over the Thames. And you'll soon see what we're going to look at. We're not going to go over to it because it's not worth it. But you want to see it, right?
You want to get the photo.
So what we're going to now is the London Eye. This is the other big sort of, this is a more modern attraction, I guess.
Yeah. It is dumb and not worth wasting your money on.
This is accurate.
Now it's cold again.
It's getting a little chilly, yeah. So yeah, we walk down here under Big Ben.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fairly busy right now. I've seen it worse. It can be worse, but it's fairly busy. Be prepared for a lot of people.
Ooh, now
All right,
it's cold.
it is
now
getting
it's really
cold again. Yeah. All right, so there it is. This This is the London Eye. Oop. Alright, so, and then across there's a few other like touristy things. There's like the London Dungeon. There's like some Trek thing, which I don't understand why it's a thing. But yeah, so this is the London Eye. On the left. You can also, like, going over there, maybe when it's quieter, like I said earlier, that's where you can get a really good shot of Big Ben.
Yeah. But we're not going to do that right now.
We're not going to do that right now. But yeah, it's very busy now. It's getting very busy. But we're going to walk a little bit further. And just want to show you the river and stuff. So this is it's the River Thames. Once again, we've got the London Eye. You can go there if you want, but it costs something like 30 or 40 pounds each or something to go up on the London Eye.
It's one of those tourist attractions I would heavily rate as not worth it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like, oh, you get a view, but you're not in a private thing. You share it with other people. You're in a glass box for like 30, 40 minutes. It wastes a lot of time too.
Yeah.
Because it's very slow.
Yeah. I love this, like, these like bedazzled.
Yeah. He's got a Lamborghini sticker on the side of it too.
Yeah, but this one's like really bedazzled. Look at it.
Oh yeah.
And there's also a weirdly American one, which is weird and confusing.
Yeah, that is confusing.
Wrong country. Oh, look at this bumper head.
Yeah. All right, we're crossing.
And we're crossing with the hordes.
Yeah.
Hordes of people.
Hordes of people. Lots and lots of people.
Okay, so once you cross the street back, then we're going to start walking back and...
Yeah, we're going to go back the way we came, down here, and then eventually we're going to turn right at the end of this little block here. If you weren't walking everywhere, there is like another underground station right here, but I really don't think you need to use the underground stations right in this area. It's so walkable that it's not... not super worth the hassle.
No.
Going up and down and. But yeah, there is essentially only really one more stop here to see. They are the biggest sites. That's probably all you really thought about seeing. But it's a little
one more thing.
Bonus spot that we like to sort of end out. It takes us up and you kind of finish up around the Trafalgar Square section. Before you get there, we're about to take you there. This is the last little spot that I think you should not miss because it's good fun.
It's fun.
All right, we have pushed our way through the crushes of people to Parliament Street. So we're gonna cross here. This was where. Let's orientate you all again. This is Westminster Station if you want to take the train. But this is Big Ben, right there.
Yep.
And we're back here.
So we're going to be crossing and then walking down Parliament Street.
Yes, so Parliament Street. There's actually two things down this street.
We forgot about one of them.
One of them, first thing we're going to see is Downing Street, which is where the Prime Minister lives. Okay, so we crossed the road. We're back up. This is Parliament Street, so we're working out this. This was, if you remember correctly, at the beginning of the start, earlier in the tour, when we were at Trafalgar Square, I was like, you can go this way or this way. This is the street I was referring to. So you could kind of do this whole loop in reverse from the Trafalgar Square spot.
But this is our preference.
This is our preference.
To do it because we like the ending.
Yeah.
We leave the fun thing for the end.
Yeah. So once again, it's still busy, but it's like definitely calmed down a little bit here, as you can see. It's
not quite as
nuts. Yeah.
So the cabinet war rooms are down that way.
Yeah. This will lead you sort of back to the St. James Park kind of area too, right?
In case anyone's wondering, like, how much walking is this? I probably have maybe 2,000 or 3,000 steps with like getting through the airport and all that stuff. And getting our hotel room, but I just hit 10,000 steps.
It's probably about 5,000 or a bit more maybe.
Yeah, so just in case you're wondering how much walking it is, that gives you a good indication.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're just walking up this street. This is a much easier walk up the street. It's calmed down quite nicely now.
Yeah, we kind of got away from like the throngs of people.
Right. There's some people, there's more people up here because
Yeah.
we're about to hit Downing Street. You can't go down Downing Street.
No, you could just kind of peek around the corner.
You peek around, you see the policemen with their big guns.
Yeah. If you're an American, that's basically the only police you will see with weapons.
Yeah, general police on the street.
Do not have handguns.
Don't have guns. They call it, there's specific police
Yeah.
that have guns.
Yes. So that's fun.
So these big cages, these big kind of gates up here. What?
Someone just waved into the camera,
All right.
like a kid did.
So yeah, this here is Downing Street.
This is Downing Street.
So, excuse me. Yeah, so this is Downing Street. He said you can't go down. It's all blocked off. But
All
that's
blocked off.
yeah, that's just where the Prime Minister lives.
Technically, he lives at number 10. He or she lives at number 10.
I actually don't know who the current Prime Minister of.
Oh my God, I don't
right
know
now.
either.
So it was a lady, and then they got rid of her, right? Because
Yeah, she was there for. No, I think we're 2 prime ministers past
we're
that.
2 past out. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to say it's the former mayor of London, but I'm totally blanking on his name right now.
Also,
We'll look it up and Grant will put it in.
There's a cool the Women of World War II little monument here. And then yeah, so we just continue walking up here. Then we're about to hit sort of the last main site on this little loop, little tourist loop.
Yeah.
And I think we're making pretty good time, right?
Yeah, we're making great time.
Okay, we are almost here at the last little stop. This is probably Marissa's favorite.
It is my favorite.
This is your favorite part of the highlights
I think for
tour.
most people, it would be their favorite part. No.
Honestly, this is the cooler part because you get to get really close to something.
Some
And
pork.
I guess we could reveal now. It is the horse guard.
The horse dudes.
Yeah, so these horse guards are here pretty much like all day. If you come in them like that, obviously they're not here 24 hours a day, but they're here
Also,
all day.
general note, don't get too close. Do not touch their bridles.
Yeah.
And horses bite. Just pro tip.
So as you can see, cool, like the horses just stay there all day along with the guards. They just stand, and you can go up if you line up a little bit. You can go up and get your photo with them. Just don't touch them.
She's got mare ears.
Let Sydney does that.
And just an FYI, these guards are not like they are at the palace. Like, you know how you see things that you can do whatever you want next to the guards, the Buckingham Palace guards, and they won't say anything or do anything?
No, these guys will yell at you.
We were here one day when it was like someone was trying to touch the horses, and he was like, "Do not touch the horses."
Because it's a safety issue.
No, definitely.
And people are dumb.
Do you want to get your photo with a horse today,
No.
or are you good? Okay. But definitely recommend come here earlier.
Yes.
Come here earlier in the day, get a photo with the horse.
Yeah.
It's definitely the closest way sort of around here that you can get a cool picture close up.
Yeah.
With a guard. They're not the guards with the big like fluffy hats, but they're the horse guard. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, general, advice if you are near these horses or just any other animals, if you don't know who they are, you
Yeah.
know how to express, don't touch them.
Yeah.
Just don't touch them.
Oh, it looks okay. So we've pretty much hit the end. Do you want to pull out the little timer?
Yeah, so how long
Because we're up here.
did this take us?
is we're just like a
An hour
walk
and
away.
6 minutes.
Hour and 6 minutes. We did it. We beat our record because we didn't really stop and do everything. But I would say if you're here for the first time, you're doing this, I would say give yourself hour and a half
Yeah.
to maybe 2 hours, depending how much you want to see of each
And
place.
how fast you walk.
And how fast you walk. But if you have a real time crunch and you just want to kind of glimpse everything like we just did,
Yeah.
an hour, right? Just over an hour.
Yep. We did it.
So this, I was going to point out, this is where we saw, last time we were here, we saw Jersey Boys at this theater, but now it is Clueless.
Oh.
Clueless, okay.
I forgot that Jersey Boys Theater was like this close
This
to
close,
all that.
yeah. And one of the cool pubs, we've been to a couple
it
of.
the Clarence?
Not the Clarence. The Clarence here. There's another one
There's
just
another one
up
up on
here,
the corner, right?
which was one of our
Favorite pubs.
favorite pubs, which
Yeah.
I guess that now begs the question that we've
Do we
finished
just
our little
get
tour.
lunch there?
Do we go to the pub that is across the road, or do we keep walking and go somewhere else?
I don't know. We do know it's a good pub.
We should cross here regardless. Depends if we want pub food, or do we want like, do you want to go up to Covent Garden and get food up there?
What do you want to do? How hungry are you?
I'm getting there.
Do you want to do pub food?
Maybe
We can always get buns later.
for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pub lunch?
All right. We might go stop in for a pub lunch, rest our feet, because we did just do a lot of walking in a short amount of time.
Yeah, so rest our feet, because we really want to stay out in London as long as we can today, which is like, we normally don't do that kind of thing, but we only have one day, so we want to do as much as possible.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to pause. We're going to go to the pub. Well, I'm just remembering what the pub's name is.
I think we can keep going until...
Yeah.
So many school children.
Lots of school groups out today.
Yeah, I mean, it is beautiful out. It's so loud.
Yeah, it's up this. It's another Green King. That is.
Oh my God, we do love our Green King.
We love our Green King.
We do.
But there are a few pubs here.
I will say.
The old shades. Yeah.
Is if you are in London and you have more than a day, definitely check last minute tickets. If you have a specific
100%.
show you want to see, or if you do have a show you want to see, check last minute tickets.
Yeah.
Unlike in the US, they're super cheap.
Yeah.
And so I think we saw Jersey Boys.
Yeah, it was like
pretty close.
It was like £20 or something.
£20.
Yeah.
So
but this is the pub we were looking for. It is the Silver Cross.
it wasn't Walkers of Whitehall. It was this
No,
one?
Walkers of Whitehall was that little one down the corner.
Oh.
Remember where you didn't have the cascade you liked?
Right.
All right, we're gonna see if we can get a table in here. Note to self and everyone else watching this: never, ever, ever order the nachos at a Green King pub.
Don't do it. You will regret your life.
Not good.
But the beer was excellent.
The beer was excellent, and we just needed to rest our feet.
I'm pretty sure I have a vague memory that
we made the mistake before.
We made the same mistake at the same pub last time we were here.
Yeah.
Grant doesn't remember this, but I'm pretty sure we did.
Maybe I scrubbed it from my memory.
I think you did.
Essentially, it was like a weird mixture of sweet chili sauce
and sour cream
and
bad cheese. And bad chicken.
cheese, and then the chicken was not like
well cooked.
Real chicken, I don't think, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes are made, but it's fine. Okay, so we have a new game plan. So essentially, earlier we didn't film this, but I was looking in a sports store that I had high hopes of because I'd got stuff there before for Chelsea Football Club. We are fans of Chelsea, and we were looking for some merch. Like we're gonna like jersey or jumpers or whatever.
It's hard to get in the States.
It's hard to get. Yeah, it's expensive to order that kind of stuff. So we were looking for it. There was not like nothing we wanted there. So
they
we're
like 6 things. Not even.
We're gonna make a little diversion and go to the Chelsea Mega Store, which is like the store right next to the stadium for Chelsea. But we need to kind of go now because
it's going to take a while.
It's going to take about 30 minutes around, like, to get there.
Yeah.
Plus
the shopping.
Plus, they have a game tonight at 8 o'clock, and this I think the store closes a bit early and stuff, and it might get a little nutty around there closer to that time. So we're like, let's go do that now, and then we'll come back here.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to go get some Chelsea gear, hopefully. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Which Grant felt really guilty about. I'm like, I like Chelsea too. I also want Chelsea gear. This is not a you thing.
So yeah, the story on that is like I used to live in London for about a year, right before, well, during when we met each other.
Yeah.
I was living here, and I was living in Hammersmith, which is pretty much that was the closest football team was Chelsea at the time, and that was the team I kind of adopted when I was here.
My jacket on.
Huh?
I might have to put my jacket on.
Yeah.
It's cold.
That was the team I adopted, so that's the team we go for.
Yeah.
I also have since my youth a hatred of Arsenal Football Club, who are the major rivals of Chelsea. Yeah. So it was just a match made in heaven.
And unfortunately, and our city that we live in has 2 soccer bars. One's that's kind of a generic catch-all, and one that is specifically for Arsenal.
Specifically Arsenal.
And
of all the teams
obnoxious.
in a random North Carolina town, they go for Arsenal.
Yeah. We know Arsenal fans that don't even go there because it's so bad. So, yeah.
So yeah, so essentially we're walking over to Embankment Tube Station. Gonna get the train. It's only about 15 minutes or so from there down to Fulham. And the stadium is sort of a short walk
It's so cold
from
now.
there. But yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
Yep. Grant found a Greg's, which had sausage rolls.
So if you don't know Greg's, just like a little store, like they have like, they're famous for their just like sausage rolls. Not the best, but they're good, they're cheap. And I'm deleting that nasty nachos.
With a nasty sausage roll.
With a sausage roll. No, it's a good sausage roll. It's a quality sausage roll. Yeah.
It works better than the nachos.
So yeah, we're eating this in the train station, and we're gonna go to Chelsea. Okay, we have made it to Stamford Bridge. This is the Chelsea Stadium. It's really cool. There's already some people around.
Yeah.
The game is until 8 o'clock tonight, so
We
I
did
think
have to get our
everyone-
bags searched.
You have to get your bag searched, yeah. But I think the store here is, I think, quite popular as well. But
Oh, Grant.
the orange jersey,
Yep.
yeah, it's the goalie jersey.
Heck.
It's a distinct possibility.
Yep.
If you don't know me well enough already, it's
Grant loves all things orange.
orange, yeah. As you can see by my bag straps, my shoes right now.
If something's orange, there's an
Something's
80%
orange.
chance Grant will buy it. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to get. We'll see. We shall see.
It's kind of cool.
It looks very cool.
That is pretty cool.
It looks really cool.
That's a distinct possibility.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's check it out. Pit stop in Chelsea, complete.
Yes. Our
Like-
bags are slightly heavier, our wallets are lighter.
They're much lighter. We both got like a jersey. Marissa got her new like hoodie here. I got like a light sort of hoodie thing, and got a scarf and a magnet. We got all
And a
this.
couple odds and ends.
Yep.
Yeah. We did our duty in paying the Chelsea football team. So now we are on to what I think is one of Grant's most anticipated things of the day, if not the trip.
Yes, we are headed to Chinatown.
For what? Why are we going to Chinatown?
We are going to a place called Mama Son's
Yep.
Dirty Ice Cream,
Mama Son's dirty ice cream.
which have something called a bilog, which is a Philippine. I think it's Filipino. Yeah, it's a Filipino dessert of ube. It's like a ube ice cream in like a bready,
Deep fried.
like dough.
Yeah.
It's like the best ice cream sandwich ever. It's awesome.
Yeah. So Grant had it the last time we were here, and I think it immediately rocketed to the top of the Dessert Hall of Fame.
It did.
For Grant.
Yes.
He's been dreaming of it ever since. So we knew we had a day in London, and we knew one of the things we
This
had
was
to
one of the
do
stops. Yeah.
was we had to go get a bilog. So that's what we're off to do,
Yeah. Okay, so we've made it to Chinatown.
in case it was not clear.
It is really pretty here.
It is so pretty. Tons of dim sum options. I think we've passed like 15 noodle restaurants.
General rule of thumb: never go to a restaurant with a guy handing a flyer.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, bilog acquired. Look at it.
Look at it.
Look at it go.
All right. Yeah, so like fried dough,
Ice cream.
ube ice cream. Oh, it's already like.
It's already dripping. Is it exactly what you remember? Is it as good as you remember? Are you okay?
Still the reigning champion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Oh, okay. So
Yep.
the ginger sponge with custard didn't beat it, huh?
Sticky toffee pudding is also up there, but
Yeah.
this is still my favorite dessert in the world.
I'm just gonna.
No. What?
It's fine.
Why is it just fine?
I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't love it the way you do. I'm sorry.
Okay, you can be wrong. Cue the new girl meme we've already used in this vlog. Well, not this series, but
I find it fundamentally strange that you're not a dessert person. That's just weird and it freaks me out.
How many times are you going to use that video?
probably at least every 6 months. We are back at Covent Garden. This is where we got off the train earlier today.
One of our favorite spots.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool little shops here. There's little markets and stuff in this old, what is the Covent Garden? It's like, it was an actual like convent and it was their garden. Like, so it's named literally after. You know? But yeah, lots of like high-end shops and stuff.
Lots of high-end shops. If you're a makeup junkie, this is like heaven.
Yeah.
There's a store for The Ordinary.
And you were looking for like a glossier stuff.
Yeah,
Where was that again? It was
I don't remember exactly.
I feel like it was on one of the outskirts somewhere.
Yeah, it was. But yes, last time we were here, there was a Glossier store. It might actually be over to your right.
Depends on time if we're gonna go up there. There is also in Covent Garden the
One of our favorite
Opera
secret
House.
spots.
Yeah.
It's not a secret, but you know.
So there's like the Opera House, and you can go to the top of the building, like even if you're not seeing anything at the opera. And,
Oh, there's Glossier.
There's like a bar up there, and it's really pretty views. Did you find your store?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it's there. Okay. So now we are going to go sort of into the middle part of Covent Garden, and it's, so you can see here it's kind of like all open air but covered.
Yeah. I did step into the Glossier store, and mostly because the new their new scent dropped last week. I forget the name of it. It's the purple bottle though, like the light purple bottle. I couldn't smell anything. I sprayed it twice on like the little tester paper. Could not smell a single thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's your review of the new Glossier perfume. Okay. It's like a little Hello Kitty. Those are cute. It's crochet, in case you can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cute.
Buns and buns in there.
Oh, I love buns and buns.
So there's a bao bun restaurant in here that's all like glass. It's like surrounded by glass in
surrounded
the
by
middle.
glass. It kind of feels like you're eating in a fish tank, but
Yeah.
their food is really good.
Yeah.
However, and we thought about going there for dinner. However, I think we've scratched it off the list
Yeah, it's a little
Possibly.
expensive for what it is.
for what it is, and also our friend Dave makes the best bao buns,
Yeah.
and these are like quadruple the price.
Yeah, shout out the Durham Beer Garden.
Shout out Durham Beer
in
Garden.
Durham, North Carolina.
You've ruined buns and buns for us.
Yeah, because I think, something like £20 for like 2 pork belly bao buns here.
Yeah,
And we're like, oh, that's crazy.
So yeah, they've got The Ordinary, they've got Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh, yeah, but this is that restaurant.
This is Buns and Buns.
It is a cool spot.
It's such a cool spot,
All right, we were talking about this earlier, but we think we're going to do it because we're actually not hungry enough for dinner yet.
and it's gorgeous out.
So, very unassuming, this corner of Covent Garden is the Opera House is in here. And you see, like, up here, these are the little, like...
It's a bar.
It's a bar up there, which have really
So-
good views of Covent Garden.
And it's not like a thing. I think it's one of those things like locals kind of know
Yeah,
about.
if you
but
know,
I
if you
don't-
know, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it's really known with tourists.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is the Royal Ballet.
Yeah.
And fun fact, I'm pretty sure I'm getting this wrong. Nancy, yell at me. But our friend's daughter is trained to be a ballerina, and this is her dream ballet to dance with. So
Cool. So we're going to go in,
gonna go
hopefully
get
we'll
a drink.
get somewhere to sit up there. Yeah, so they've got like these
Romeo
cool
and
costumes and
Juliet.
stuff, and then you come through here, and voila. See, not crazy busy.
not crazy busy.
for a
lovely.
rooftop
Bar.
for a rooftop bar.
Yeah.
All right, we have made it to the rooftop bar at the Opera House in London, in Covent Garden. Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. This is the view.
It's such an awesome view. And I think these are literally the same seats we had last time we were here.
It was, or we might have been like one over.
One over, yeah.
But yeah, no, really cool little bar that's, you know, relatively quiet. Like not quiet, but like for London and Covent Garden, this is
Yeah. I definitely think this is a place tourists don't really know about.
yeah.
And the cocktails are a little expensive.
Yeah,
They're
these
like
are about $15.
15 to $18.
You could get beers for about $7, $8, I think it was,
Yeah.
which is okay. But we thought we'd treat ourselves, get something else.
We don't do cocktails very often, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty busy up here, but I just waited 30 seconds and I was able to grab seats for both of us, so it's not bad at all. There's actually tons of seating. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I got it's called the Botanical, I think it is. It's like a gin-based cocktail. I forget everything in here, but there's like berries, there's like star anise, there's
and rosemary.
something else, but yeah.
And I got your basic evening Aperol spritz.
Yeah, it's very ginny. You'll like it. It's very good.
That's really good.
It's very botanically.
Is it too much for you?
No, it's good. I can drink
Do you
it.
want to try mine? I know you're not a huge Aperol
I'm not
fan.
an Aperol.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. It took Grant and us. It took both of us a while to put together that Campari is like dialed up Aperol, and that's why he doesn't like anything with Campari in it, because he also doesn't like Aperol.
I don't like Aperol or Campari. Yeah, that's like the one of the main sort of tastes I don't like with it.
I don't understand.
But no, we're gonna sit up here and enjoy this awesome view. And also there's glass here, but there's no glass like here. So some of them are open, some of them are not. I think you can kind of wheel
they
them.
move, yeah.
I think you can kind of slide them over and stuff.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, this is a really cool spot. Not everyone knows about it.
So we found a seat in our other favorite pub from the last time we were here, the Salisbury.
Yeah. This is really close to where we stayed last time,
it's
so
like
it was
around
kind of
the
our
corner.
local spots.
Yeah, this is where we had our roast dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories of this pub, and
It's really pretty in here, actually.
it's beautiful in here.
These are mirrors, so it looks way bigger than it is. But
Yeah.
this is like a little, almost like a little dining room at the back of the
Yeah,
pub.
we walked in and it was absolutely
slammed.
wall-to-wall people, and Grant was like, man, I don't know. And I could see there were empty seats back here. I was like, let's keep going. And we found these empty seats. There was like 4 other people in here. So we're having our last pub meal of the trip, and we really debated going and getting something in Chinatown, but we're like, we just did this whole tour of pubs. It would be really weird to have our last meal be not pub food.
Yeah, and we didn't want to leave the last pub meal to have been those mediocre nachos that we got for lunch.
Mediocre is being kind.
There's terrible nachos we
Terrible,
got earlier.
absolutely disgrace.
So yeah, I just got a burger and Marissa got the pie. So this is once again a Green King. We've just managed to find Green Kings everywhere. They're definitely the most popular.
They're the most popular, but also I feel like they're better than Weatherspoons.
Yeah. Weatherspoons is fine, but it's like, yeah, this is slightly
have, like,
better.
variations on their
They do-
menu. They have
most of the
3 or
menus
4
have been a bit different.
versions.
But no, so this is good. We know this place is good, and we got our classic. This is my favorite beer, Camden, the Camden Hells. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna have our last meal, and this we'll probably have this, and then we'll probably
Have another pint and call it.
yeah.
We've done really good though. We've been walking around since like 12,
Yeah,
and it's now 5:30, so it's probably
so we'll probably be
6:30 by
around
the time
6
we're
something,
done.
and then we gotta get on the train back, which will probably be about an hour. So yeah, that will probably wrap up our time in London. But yeah,
Heck,
but no, it's been good.
yeah.
We got a lot done today.
A solid day in London.
Yeah, I feel like we achieved everything we needed to.
I think we packed about as much into a day in London as we could.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're gonna eat. We're gonna tuck into our food. We'll say bye once we make it back to the hotel. And we'll show you. We didn't really show you the room in Hilton at Heathrow. It's really nice. So.
Or the Chelsea merch we got. We'll
or
do
the
a Chelsea merch haul.
So we'll do a little
post.
merch haul and
Post.
a room tour as we get there.
Yep. We're back.
We're back
We made it.
hotel. This is our lovely room at the Hilton Heathrow Airport. It's lovely. It's nice.
It's a nice airport hotel room.
Yeah, it's
nothing special.
Nothing special, but yeah. We just thought we would wrap up our day. First off, we thought we'd just show you what the damage we did at the Chelsea mega store. We got some stuff, right?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I got 2 things. I got a Chelsea jersey, just like plain, the wavy blue, the logo, this is kind of already featured in the vlog, but I got a blue Chelsea hoodie.
It's
got like a little logo on it.
Yeah, a little
it's
subtle
super
logo.
Cozy.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's a good weight.
Yeah. I think I showed this in the window before we went in, but I couldn't resist. Orange is my color, so.
And it's the most orange.
It's got the Chelsea stuff on it, but yeah, it's technically a goalkeeper jersey. But yeah, I love orange, so this will go nicely in my collection.
In your stash.
And then we got a scarf.
Yeah.
And then we got a magnet for our magnet collection. This can sort of be.
Did you only get the one shirt? Did you get?
Oh no, I got one more thing.
Yeah. Grant, you're the one that told us to be ready for this video, and you're the one not ready.
And then I got kind of like a long sleeve, kind of thicker, like active shirt, kind of like white
Active
jumper.
wear.
Yeah, which is like that. So, yeah, that's what we got. That's the damage.
That's the damage we did. So.
But yeah. No, very good day in London. What is the time now? How long did we spend? It was 7:22, so we had about 7 hours.
We've done 20,788 steps.
Yeah, 7 to 8 hours. Pretty solid day.
Yeah.
We got pretty much everything I think we planned to get done, honestly, right? So we showed you all around our like best of kind of sites in a very short amount of time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we got some of our favorite foods. We
had a bad pub lunch. We had a good pub dinner. We got some amazing dessert in Chinatown. Yeah, we went and saw Stamford Bridge and the Chelsea store for the first time. So
that was cool.
Great final day of the trip.
Yep.
Now we are gonna call it for the night.
Because we have an early day tomorrow.
Yeah, I think our flight's at about 10. So thankfully we're at the airport, so that makes it nice and easy. We have to swap terminals, but hopefully it shouldn't be
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. By the time this series is sort of ended, I think we'll already be on a new adventure in the next one.
Yep.
We're headed to Denmark
And Sweden.
So that will be coming soon after this series is done.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button
And subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe as well.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the next one.